Hello folks, Tim Tunnicliffe here on the Great Rugger Run. The first stop on day 4. And behind me here you can see Loch Lomond Rugby Club and the pitches behind. Lovely place to play, but look at the view over here. It doesn't quite do it justice on the camera, but what a place, what a beautiful place to play rugby. We're about 11 miles in today of a 23 miler. Another few clubs to go, but we got some people. Oh, we'll come and sit. That's a good idea. Let's come and sit down on the bench. That's always a good place to chat. Hello, sir. What's your name and what's your role here at Loch Lomond Rugby Club?
My name's Iain Norrie and I'm the president of Loch Lomond Rugby Club.
Good. Thanks for welcoming me here today. It's lovely to be here.
No problem. Thank you.
Now, tell me a little bit about your club and what's going on at the moment with your seniors.
Okay, so the club was formed 26 years ago from a merger between two local clubs, Vale of Leven and Dumbarton. Just now, senior rugby, we're currently playing with Helensburgh, who I think you were there yesterday having a visit. So we had our first joint team play last week and in Loch Arbour, and the boys come away with a win. So unfortunately rugby was off this weekend, but the boys have been training well and it's been going well, is the honest truth. I think we're looking forward to playing together. There's a lot of experience, a lot of youth, can turn into a very good side in the local area. Both teams have struggled over recent years to bring through kids into senior rugby, particularly with COVID. I think it's had a massive impact at our club. So we're looking to kind of maybe just regroup a bit over the next couple of years and see how it goes after that. But it's starting to look really good on the training pitch, and keen to keep it going and build a wee bit of momentum this year.
Yeah, good stuff. That must be a really interesting challenge trying to merge two clubs even loosely like you're doing. So just as an example, like what kit do you wear?
Just now I suppose we're wearing Helensburgh kit because we're playing games across there, but any Lomond players are wearing their Lomond socks and shorts, a bit like Barbarians. Right, okay. So we're doing that, and I suppose at some point we'll play games at our home ground. But you've seen the facilities at Helensburgh. They've got a pretty good chef as well for after the game, so that'll be the case. I think once we get a game across here at our home pitch, which is a fantastic pitch, we'll wear the Loch Lomond top, and the Helensburgh boys can wear their socks and shorts, and we'll go from that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, listen, good luck with that for sure, because it must be a really challenging thing to try and do. Like, how's it gone so far?
It's gone really well. I think we were both at the stage where we were not running out of options, but we tried everything. We looked at recruiting players over the last couple of years, and bringing through our own youth, and there's stumbling blocks everywhere. So it's actually going really well. The boys all are really open to it at both levels. As a natural rugby side, Helensburgh are getting a lot of experienced players that can just slot into a game, and we're getting a bit of youth and a bit of pace. Yeah. So it's nice. So I think it work on the field, and I think if it works on the field, a lot of the issues that people would perceive that may come about won't exist, because the guys will be on the park winning and playing nice rugby. So I think that'll tell its own story. That always helps, doesn't it? Yeah. That always helps. Right, so we take a stroll inside. I'm going to come and stand on your right, just to make this bit a little bit easier. And as we go inside, we're going to see the amalgamation of the As the Vale of Leven in Dumbarton, we've got a couple of strips up here. The last strips we got redone, and that was the initial strip without sponsors and things. So everything which is there, insignia and the Vale of Leven with the whale. I'm not sure where that originates from, but yeah.
That's a heck of a badge. I didn't even notice that before.
The Loch Lomond, so you get your image of Ben Lomond and then the Loch below it. So yeah. Yeah, fabulous. Okay, let's take a little look in this room here. Yeah. So we just recently had the paint repainted and things like that, and we're tidying up and getting ready for the new season. This was created to...
There we go. We're back. We'll stay here for a second and we'll just talk about that room still.
So it was just a room to create a safe space for teenagers and things that they could maybe start to call their own and identify as a club. give them a safe space, you know, maybe to come outside of rugby. They could come up here and socialise and be with their friends and their teammates. So yeah, it works well. We have nights up here for them where we'll get them takeaway pizzas and things, and they can game of pool, or you know, the TV's there, they can watch sport, or we can have games on it and things like that. So yeah, it'd be good to get it back up and running after COVID and get the kids back using the facility a bit more. So yeah, we painted the place after that and just making it look a wee bit nicer for people to come up to.
Yeah, it looks lovely and smart. So tell me a little bit more about your plans for getting a rugby development officer.
So the plans just now, we've got some funds set aside for a rugby development officer, but what we're looking for this time is to come up with a plan for maybe 3 years, something a bit more long term, where we can have a strategy in place that where we want to and what we want to achieve from that. So we're talking with SRU, local authority in terms of sports development and active schools, and a couple of local businesses that are keen to support us as well. So we're hoping that we can put a package together that attracts the right person, and then we can deliver rugby to the local community. There's a huge potential in West Dumbartonshire, in Alexandria and Dumbarton.
Again. Oh, there we go.
The coaches are fantastic. We've got a really good group of coaches. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Just hopefully by the end of the year, we're working on the role profile and things like that for the job just now. And the next stage is to go out and look for the right candidate.
Yeah, I think you're right to make it a 3-year appointment, because it takes time for these things to bed in and stabilise and grow.
And to get the right candidate, you can't have something where you're always looking at requiring funding. Somebody needs to be settled in their job and focused on their job, rather than wondering whether it's going to be continued the next year. So that's part of the process for looking somebody a bit longer term now.
Yeah, well, fabulous. Hopefully somebody will see this and then they'll come and apply and get it. Right, let's try, if we can. We keep losing signal, but what we're going to try and do is go deeper into the club here and have a little look around inside. You go first, Ian.
So we're tidying up just now, start of the season, ready for games and things. We're clearing out kit. We had a lot of spare balls we've bought, so we're giving a lot of the new kids that come along and ball kids can take a ball away just to play in the garden. And
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Well, a lot they just sit in the container and don't use. So we obviously, you buy new balls every season, and we think, well, we'll give them to the kids. With a lot of kids start, so we're using kids kit that people have grown out with, and we're passing that on and recycling it essentially. So that's been good. A lot of new kids have been delighted that they're taking away training kit and things like that in the last couple of weeks. So really pleased how it's going.
There we go. Okay, so you're just saying it's been a bit difficult coming back after COVID.
Yeah, I think everybody enjoyed the time that they kind of got back to themselves. And I think people found it hard to recommit to a lot of things, not sport or rugby necessarily. But we're starting to find that. I always find once we start playing rugby again, that tends to, the wheels start to go in motion, everything starts to pick up, people start to get a bit more enthusiastic about it. So things are starting to take over. We're starting to have discussions with sponsors and things again, and people want to help out, and new people want to come on board and help us, and parents keen because their kids are starting to enjoy rugby again and things like that. So I think once you start playing it, the wheels start going in the right direction again. So it's been quite good over the last couple of weeks after a kind of challenging winter period or summer period where we've not been playing any rugby.
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
For sure. Listen, thank you so much for welcoming me here today. Before we finish this one off, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, it was really nice, because I didn't think we were going to get to meet up with you. We were all meant to be playing away today. I was meant to be playing myself in Helensburgh, where you were obviously going to get the day before, so we weren't going to be about, so it's really good. Delighted to be part of your journey and your run, and just hope that people can come out and support you. It's a great thing for putting rugby on the map, and obviously My Name's Norrie Foundation. We've spoken about it, and maybe increasing the awareness for the issues around that. Just delighted that we could help out and meet you today.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, that is Loch Lomond Rugby Club. Fabulously warm welcome here. There was applause as we were running down the street. I got thrown a rugby ball to catch immediately, which it's been a while since I've done that, so that was a bit of a challenge, especially after 11 miles on the road. And then a table full of sandwiches and cakes and donuts and stuff. Just sport rotten here at Loch Lomond. Thank you very much to everybody at the club that was involved in that. And we are going to be on our way very shortly now down to Clydebank and Glasgow Raptors, and then later in the day to Hindland and Glasgow Warriors. So we'll see you on the next one. As Iain said there, don't forget, it's all for the My Name's Doddy Foundation. If you can raise awareness, do that. If you can contribute a little bit, then please do that as well. Thank you very much. See you down the road.